بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين. أعزائي الطلبة بقسم اللغة والأدب العربي، أتمنى أن تكونوا أنتم وأهليكم بصحة جيدة. كما أسأل الله عز وجل في هذه الأيام المباركة أن يرفع عنا هذا الوباء ونعود لمدرجاتنا في أقرب الآجال إن شاء الله. أود أن أتقدم بشكري للسيد مدير المركز الجامعي الأستاذ نعوم وإلى السيد مروان على كل المساعدات والنصائح التي قدموها لي من أجل أن أصور لكم هذه المحاضرة، فجزاكم الله خيرا. So our first lecture is entitled Pronouns. But before explaining the lecture, I'd like to translate the title into Arabic. يعني قبل أن أبدأ بشرح المحاضرة أود أن أترجم العنوان إلى اللغة العربية. So pronouns in Arabic are الضمائر. Now, what do we mean by pronouns? So pronouns are in fact words used in order to replace nouns. الضمائر هي عبارة عن كلمات تستعمل من أجل تعويض الأسماء. Now we move to speak about the different types of pronouns. There are subject pronouns, which are used as subjects of the verbs like I, you, she, he, it, we and they. بمعنى أن هناك نوع من الضمائر تلعب دور الأسماء في الجمل. Examples: I like your way of speech. بمعنى أنا أحب طريقة كلامك. So the underlined word is I. I here is a pronoun. Which kind of pronoun is used? Here is the pronoun is a subject pronoun. Why is it considered as a subject pronoun? Because it plays the role of a subject. يعني I here تلعب دور الاسم في هذه الجملة. The second example, it is raining. The underlined word is it. So here it is a subject pronoun because it plays the role of a subject. تلعب دور الاسم في هذه الجملة. Second type, there are object pronouns which are used as objects of the verbs like me, you, her, him, it, us and them. I'm going to explain with an example. سأشرح عن طريق الأمثلة. Can you help me please? معنى الجملة: هل يمكنك مساعدتي من فضلك؟ So the underlined word is me. Me here is a pronoun. But which type of pronoun? Here me is an object pronoun. Why is it considered as an object pronoun? لماذا نعتبرها كobject pronoun? Because it plays the role of an object. يعني تلعب دور الفاعل. Can you help him? Can you help me? Now we move to the second example. I can't see you. بمعنى لا أستطيع رؤيتك. The underlined word in this sentence is you. Here you is a pronoun. Which type of pronoun is it used or is used? Here the pronoun that is used is an object pronoun because the pronoun or this word plays the role of an object. بمعنى أن هذا الضمير يلعب دور الفاعل. I can't see him. I can't see you. Now we move to the third example. She doesn't like him. معنى الجملة باللغة العربية إنها لا تحبه أو هي لا تحبه. The underlined word in this sentence is him. This pronoun is generally considered as an object pronoun. The same thing because it plays the role of an object inside the sentence. بمعنى يلعب دور الفاعل في هذه الجملة. She doesn't like him. She doesn't like him. إنها لا تحب من. إنها لا تحبه. Okay? So I think you have understood the object pronouns. The subject pronouns play the role of subjects, and the object pronouns play the role of objects. Both subject and object pronouns are called personal pronouns. Okay? So the previously mentioned pronouns, يعني الضمائر المذكورة من قبل هي تسمى personal pronouns. Here I have written all the pronouns: I, you, she, he, it, they, and we, which are considered as subject pronouns, and me, you, her, him, it, them, and us, which are considered as object pronouns. Okay, so here, as you notice, that I'm using different colors just to show you that there is a relation between subjects and object pronouns. يعني أنا أستعمل ألوان مختلفة من أجل أن أظهر أن هناك علاقة ما بين subjects and object pronouns. Here I, which is written in the red color, and me, which is written in the same red color, it means that there is a relation between I and me. There is also a relation between you and you, she and her, he and him, it and it, they and them, we and us. Now we move to explain another type of pronouns, which are demonstrative pronouns. باللغة العربية أسماء أو ضمائر الإشارة. So the function of these pronouns is to point to nouns. يعني تستعمل هذه الضمائر حينما نريد أن نشير إلى الأسماء أو الأشياء. For example, we have this for singular things or for singular nouns, these for plural nouns. So this and these are used for things which are nearby. يعني نستعمل this and this and these عندما نريد أن نشير إلى الأشياء التي تكون قريبة جدا من المتكلم. We use that and those for things which are very far from the speaker. يعني نستعمل that أو those عندما نريد أن نشير إلى الأشياء التي تكون بعيدة عن المتكلم. Examples: That is the car I wish to buy next month. هذه هي السيارة التي أريد، أو ليس هذه، تلك هي السيارة التي أريد أن أشتري الشهر القادم. So here the car is very far from the speaker. بمعنى أن السيارة هي بعيدة جدا عن المتكلم. Okay, so that here I'm using that because the car is very far from the speaker. يعني السيارة بعيدة عن المتكلم. And I'm using that and not those because we have the car is a singular noun. يعني car هو اسم مفرد. لا أستطيع أن أستعمل الجمع مع الاسم المفرد. If I have cars, I should say those are the cars I wish to buy in the future, for instance. Okay, we move to the second example. This is the mobile phone I'm looking for. هذا هو الجهاز الهاتف الذي أبحث عنه. Here I'm using this. It means that the mobile is near the speaker. معنى أن الهاتف هو قريب من المتكلم. And I'm using this and not these because the mobile phone is a singular noun. يعني اسم مفرد. If I have the mobile phones, I should say these are the mobile phones I'm looking for. Okay? Is it clear for demonstrative pronouns? So now we move. The next type of pronouns is called possessive pronouns. So these pronouns indicate possession. بمعنى أن هذه الضمائر تدل على الملكية. نستعملها عندما نريد أن نبين أو أن نظهر أن هناك شيء ما يملكه إنسان أو شيء آخر. like my, your, her, his, its, their, our. I'm going to explain within examples. Can I borrow your car? So here your is a possessive pronoun which indicates possession. يعني هذا الضمير يدل على ملكية السيارة أو على أنني أريد أن أستعير سيارة هذا الشخص. السيارة التي ملك هي ملك لهذا الشخص. The second example is we are in the garden of our neighbors. So here the possessive pronoun is our. Here our indicates possession. Possession, our possession to the neighbors. يعني ملكيتنا للجيران. جيران هم جيراننا نحن وليس جيران ناس آخرين. We are in the garden of our neighbors and we are not in the garden of your neighbors for instance. نحن في حديقة الجيران جيراننا وليس في حديقة جيرانكم par exemple. Okay? We move to say something else. The possessive pronouns can function as adjectives when they modify nouns like mine, yours, hers, his, ours, and theirs. I'm going to explain within examples. يعني سأستعمل الأمثلة كي أشرح أحسن. This book is mine. So here we can, instead of saying this book is my book, I should say this book is mine. Okay, just to avoid repetition. These pictures are theirs. Instead of saying these pictures are their pictures. So I use their and I add the s, theirs. Okay? The next pronoun or the next type of pronouns is called relative pronouns. Relative pronouns are words used to refer to nouns mentioned previously. يعني نستعمل هذا النوع من الضمائر لكي نتكلم عن أسماء ذكرت أو نعوض أسماء ذكرت من قبل. Examples or like which or that are used to replace things or animals. يعني نستعمل which or that عندما نريد أن نعوض أشياء وحيوانات. Who is used to replace persons. يعني نستعملها من أجل تعويض الأشخاص فقط. Whom is also used to replace objects. And whose is used to indicate possession الملكية. Examples. The car which is black is mine. So here instead of saying the car that is black, it is mine. We have the car in the which occurs in the beginning of the sentence, and here we have it. Here another pronoun replaces the car. So to avoid this pronoun it, I use which, because here the car has already been mentioned previously. يعني هذا الاسم ذكر من قبل في نفس الجملة. سنقوم باستعمال relative pronoun in order to avoid such repetition. لنبتعد عن تكرار نفس الاسم. So we say the car which is black is mine. We move to the next example. The man who is there is my husband. Instead of saying the man that is there, he is my husband. We have the man, and the man is replaced by he in the second clause في الجزء الثاني من الجملة. So to avoid such kind of repetition, لابتعاد عن تكرار نفس الاسم, we use the word who, because here the man is a person. قلنا من قبل أن ال who is used to replace person. We can also use here instead of who that. That is used for things, animals, and also for persons. but I prefer to use who. Okay? Now we move to the exercise I gave you before. We are going to correct and explain them. So exercise 1, replace the personal pronouns by possessive ones. يعني قم بتعويض personal pronouns possessive pronouns. And as we have said before, that possessive pronouns indicate possession. So the first sentence, I did the first sentence just to give you or to show you the way you are going to work with. يعني قمت بإنجاز الجملة الأولى حتى يتسنى لكم فهم التمرين وتستطيعوا أن تقوموا بإنجاز باقي الجمل. The pen is you. So the possessive pronoun which has a relation with you is your or yours. Here I should say the pen is yours instead of saying the pen is your pen. Okay? Donc هنا باش نيفيتيو la répétition, we eliminate pen and we use your and we add an s. The second sentence, the ball is I. So we say the ball is, the possessive pronoun which has a relation with I is mine. I should say the ball is mine instead of saying the ball is my ball. The big house is we. So the possessive pronoun which has a relation with we is either our or ours. Here we can't say the big house is our. No, it's جملة غير مفيدة. So we can't also say that the big house is our house. It's incorrect because there is repetition. So we say the big house is ours. We eliminate house and we add an s to the possessive pronoun our. Okay? We move to the next sentence. The ring is she. So the possessive pronoun which has a relation with she is either her or hers. Here it's preferable to use hers just to avoid repetition. So we say the ring is hers instead of saying the ring is her ring. The last sentence, we met our parents last night. This blue car is they. So the possessive pronoun which has a relation with they is either their or theirs. And here in this sentence, I use theirs in order to avoid repetition. So I say this blue car is theirs instead of saying this blue car is their blue car. I hope you have understood this activity. أتمنى أن تكونوا قد فهمتم هذا التمرين. Move to the second exercise. Replace the personal pronouns by possessive adjectives. So the first sentence, where are you, friend? Now, here I'm talking about your friend. Where are your friend? And as I said before, there is a relation between you and your. Here is the postcard from I, wife. So the possessive adjective which has a relation with I is my. Here is a postcard from my wife. She lives in Australia now with she family. The possessive pronoun which has a relation with she is her. So she lives in Australia now with her family. He, wife, works in the bank. Here we should say his wife works in the bank. Next example, they, children, are going to school by bus. Here the possessive pronoun which is linked with they is their. Their children are going to school by bus. Next example, I, husband, and I want to travel abroad. Here the possessive pronoun or the possessive adjective which has a relation with I is my. Husband and I want to travel abroad. Last example, we want to see the boss and he, manager. The possessive adjective which has a relation with he is his. So we want to see the boss and his manager. Okay? So I hope you have understood this exercise too. We move to the last activity. Choose the right relative pronouns. So let's start with the first sentence. This is the bank. Here I'm using which because the bank is a thing. It's not a person. Here I can use which or that. This is the bank which was robbed yesterday. Or I can say also this is the bank that was robbed yesterday. Okay? هذا هو البنك الذي سرق بالأمس. We move to the next example. The man who, I'm using who because I have a person. The man is a person. So I should use who. And I can also use that. The man who or that robbed the bank has 2 pistols. We move to the third example. The people, I'm using also who because we have persons, people, أشخاص. So the people who were in the bank were very frightened. يعني الناس الذين كانوا في البنك كانوا جد خائفين. So I'm using who because I have people and people are considered as persons. The next sentence, the car whose color, I'm using whose because there is a kind of possession here. يعني لون السيارة أو اللون الذي تملكه السيارة. I can't use which because I have a possession here. I want to show, to indicate the possession. بمعنى السيارة التي لونها أحمر. The car whose color is red. وهنا whose, we use whose for both persons, things, animals, and so on and so forth. Okay? So the car whose color is red is very expensive. السيارة التي لونها أحمر هي جد غالية. Is this clear for this sentence? Now we move to explain the fifth sentence, which is the man whose. I'm using whose here because there is a sort of possession. يعني هناك نوع من الملكية. I mean the possession of the man to the mobile. I'm talking here about the man whose mobile was ringing. يعني أنا أتكلم عن الشخص الذي كان جهاز هاتفه يرن وليس عن شخص آخر. So the man whose mobile was ringing didn't know what to do. لم يعرف ما يفعل. Okay? The last sentence, he didn't wait at the traffic lights which were red. Here the traffic lights is a thing. So we use the relative pronoun which replaces things, I mean which. So here he didn't wait at the traffic lights which were red. لم ينتظر إشارات المرور التي كانت حمراء. Okay, so I hope you have understood the relative pronouns I have explained right now.